We all knew what Antonio Conte was. We know what he was going to bring to the table. So, ADL probably won't bend to his demands. Someone who's been known to complain like this in the past has been Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte is someone who has complained in the past. Well, now he's with Napoli. He doesn't necessarily have 3 days or all these fixtures congestion because Napoli obviously didn't qualify for anything last year. But they've done really well this year. They're in line to possibly get a Scudetto. They're right there in the mix now with Inter, especially Inter losing to Bologna the other day, drawing Parma. It's a tight race now. Anything can happen. But that doesn't mean Conte is going to stay. All he ever complains about is not having enough money for getting the players that he wants. He just wants money to spend. And De Laurentiis, we know how he is. Something's got to give, right? Well, if he leaves, right, we don't know if he's leaving yet. But if he leaves, what happens? Where do they go? The Italian Football Podcast made a great argument for Vincenzo Italiano, and I think that's a great shout. What Vincenzo Italiano has done at Bologna this season, fantastic. I wrote them off at the beginning of the year because I thought, not that I don't like Vincenzo Italiano, I love him. I just thought the time it would take them to get to where he needed them to be, where he got Fiorentina to be, would take a long time. Take my hat off there. Take a long time, and he surprised me. Yeah, it got off to a slow start, but he did really well with them, and they're cooking now. They're arguably the best team in the league at the moment in terms of form. If he leaves, Vincenzo Italiano is a very viable option. And I think one that most people would firstly suggest, right? Who are some other names? I mean, what do you guys think about some other names that could be replacing Antonio Conte? How about Roberto De Zerbi? He's not currently with the team, right? Or is he? I don't know if he's still with Marseille or is he gone officially? But he's a guy who's been itching to get back into the league. That's someone, right, who could do that. With Conte right now, I think De Zerbi is a viable option. And I can see how ADL is stubborn as it is. He can only take so much. We all knew what Antonio Conte was. We know what he was going to bring to the table. One of the reasons I didn't want him at Milan because the headaches that he causes, off the pitch, but his teams are so good. So, ADL probably won't bend to his demands. And so who would he bring in? I think it's no secret that they've been eyeing Vincenzo Italiano for a long time. Roberto De Zerbi is a great option. There's some other ones as well, right? Thiago Motta. He's available. If he leaves, I think the two names, obviously, Italiano and De Zerbi. Are there other names possibly? Yeah. Thiago Motta is one you could think about. Some other ones. Will Pep Guardiola be available? Carlo Ancelotti, will he want to do it? He already tried that once. Maybe Gasperini, but I seriously doubt that. What other names there? A lot of options, I think. So for me, I would think it's Vincenzo Italiano first and foremost. And if he rejects it, it would probably be Thiago Motta or De Zerbi. Walter Mazzarri. Points was that. It's time for another go. Walter Mazzarri. Yeah, Walter Mazzarri is a very good shot there. Amazing Vincent says, I feel like Conte will stay no matter what. ADL who won't make the same mistake he did with Spalletti. Palladino. That's a great shout, Anthony. Palladino is a great shout because both Italiano and Palladino are due for a raise, right? Question is, Palladino going to continue the Italiano tail and go to Bologna next after he leaves or what? But you could see Italiano going to like Juventus and then Palladino maybe going to Napoli or vice versa. So they're all viable options there. Especially if they don't win a Scudetto this year, but even if they do, you would hope that Conte would at least give it one more go. It seems like his patience is getting shorter and shorter, where it used to be like 3 years, he's definitely out. Then it's like, the second year he usually is gone. Now it's like, he's like one and done. He's like an old man who's just losing patience as he gets older. I don't know. Those are all good takes there. Apart from Conte and Limone and Inzaghi, there are others who excel at 3-5-2. Giampaolo? Marco Giampaolo? Ventura? No? 3-5-2. I'm sure there's some out there. De Zerbi probably could do it. I would think. De Zerbi could certainly do it, I would believe. But those are all viable options. I mean, you hope Conte stays, but if he doesn't, those are probably the top candidates there, I think. If you got any other thoughts, let us know in the comments. Love to hear it.